All right, in this video, I want to derive these two equations, and we're going to be using our chain rule, product rule, and our quotient rule for the questions. Let's take a look at this first question over here. This is a composite function. I have a cube on the outside, so I'm going to use my chain rule here. And on the inside, I have a quotient rule over here. So I'm going to just first set up my quotient rule in this question. So f equals 1 plus x squared, the numerator. G equals 1 minus x squared, the denominator. F prime equals 2x. G prime equals negative 2x. That's just simple derivation. You should know how to do that at this point. And now I'm going to derive this whole equation, and I'm going to set it up with the quotient rule as well. So when I derive this equation, f prime x, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my exponent down. I'm going to write the exact same thing inside the bracket. And then I'm going to subtract 1 from the exponent, so my new exponent is 2. Then I'm going to multiply by the derivation of the inside of the bracket because of my chain rule. So the derivation of the inside here now is the quotient rule, so that's what I'm going to use this for. Quotient rule is f prime times g minus g prime. So negative times negative is going to make it positive, times f, which is just 1 plus x squared. And then you want to divide this all by g squared. So divided by 1 minus x squared squared. Now I need to simplify this over here. You can't just leave your solution like this. So what you can do, there's a couple of ways to simplify, but I'm just going to start by multiplying this 2x and this 2x into these two brackets. So that's 2x minus 2x cubed plus 2x plus 2x cubed divided by 1 minus x squared squared. Next, I'll combine like terms up over there. Two x plus 2x is 4x. Negative 2x cubed plus 2x cubed just cancels out. Now this can be simplified further in a couple of different ways. The first thing you want to do is you want to distribute this exponent into this bracket. I'm going to rewrite this as 1 plus x square divided by 1 minus x square. Square, I just distributed the exponent to the top and the bottom. And over here, so now I can just write this the same. And then last step, 3 times 4x is just 12x. 1 plus x square stays the same. And 1 minus x squared times 1 minus x squared is just 1 minus x squared to the power of 4. And that is my final simplified solution for this question. Let's go to the second question in this video. This one is going to be done by product rule. I have two functions and I'm going to be multiplying these two functions with each other, which means I have to use product rule. Let me start by setting up my product rule. F equals to 5x plus 6 and g equals 4 plus 2x to the power of 1 over 2. I'll write it in exponent form. I converted the radical to an exponent of half because that's going to be easier to derive. Now let's derive these two. F prime is pretty simple. That's just 5. G prime is going to be a chain rule over here. I'm going to bring over the 1 over 2 down. I'm going to write the exact same thing inside the bracket, and I'm going to subtract 1 from the exponent. So my new exponent is negative half. I'm going to multiply by the derivation of the inside of the bracket, which is just positive 2. This 2 and this 2 can cancel, so I'm just left with 4 plus 2x to the power of negative half, that is my g prime. So now I'll put in my product rule equation, which is just f prime g plus g prime f. So f prime is just 5 and g, f prime x equals, g is 4 plus 2x to the power of 1 over 2, plus g prime is 4 plus 2x to the negative 1 over 2 times f, which is 5x plus 6. Now we have to simplify this. So in order to simplify, the first thing we have to do is get rid of the negative exponent by moving this to the denominator. Next, I have to make a common denominator, which means I got to multiply the top and bottom over here by 4 plus 2x to the power of half. So I'm basically multiplying the top by 4 plus 2x to the power of half, and I'm also multiplying the denominator, which is 1 by 4 plus 2x to the power of half. So 4 plus 2x to the power of half times 4 plus 2x to the power of half is just 4 plus 2x, because if I add the exponents, half plus half is just 1. And now I also have a common denominator of 4 plus 2x to the power of half. Finally, I just want to distribute this into the bracket. 20 plus 10x plus 5x plus 6 over 4 plus 2x to the power of half. And then last step is to just combine like terms, which is 15x plus 26 divided by 4 plus 2x to the power of half, and that is my final simplified solution.